It's week 4 of the National Football League, and this one features the Saints, reigning league MVP. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Saints and the Falcons, and it's coming
Welcome
right
in,
up
everyone,
on
to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild. First month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you say, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a
to start it. And off we go here in Atlanta. On the return, here comes Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll throw it. Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. The Saints have got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. If he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense ready now for their second drive. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Pitts is the man in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. To the right, that's Pitts. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Now, fair catch taken, and they're going to have great starting field position just shy of midfield. The Saints offense ready for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Man in motion, heading left. Here comes the jet sweep. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big game.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. And they convert on 3rd down.
1st down, Saints.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that?
In trouble, and down he goes.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
Rupee's kick is good. And the Saints will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Saints have got it. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too. but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Falcons offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Zappi. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now to bootleg with Zappi. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Off the play fake, Zappi. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level, they could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The motion man is Nakua. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Ross. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. 2nd down and 8. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. They'll look to throw yet again. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Saints. Make it 2 touchdowns in the very first quarter of play. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, If I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Makes the score Saints 24, Falcons nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Falcons offense about ready to take over once more. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. Play action now. Zappy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's a first carry for their running back. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. It is 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Go. Working out of the gun, Zappy. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. So after 1, the Saints out on top. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Here's Ethan Evans now as he is on to punt for Atlanta. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Zappy now. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
Working from the pistol is Zappy. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the 1st half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now Zappi. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw is Zappi. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Zappi from the gun on 3rd down. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? The Falcons sending out the field goal unit. This will be from 47 yards. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Falcons are on the board now here in this 2nd quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Saints offense ready to take over once again. They've opened up a big lead already. Try to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner, the quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Back to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Groupie now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Saints will add one more onto their big lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Here's Zappi. This one caught by Parker. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Zappi. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Pitts is the man in motion. They go play action with Zappi. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now, Zappi. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the shotgun, it's Zappi. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down. On the give, it's Robinson.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got him backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's taken down up past the 35.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Falcons 3.
Okay, Mike.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing this offense. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. The extra point is good. And the Falcons will get just a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and to also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain. Here's a 3rd and 10. The motion man is Nakua. Now, faking the give. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. A gain there of 21. First down, New Orleans.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. He'll drop to throw. His fullback releasing, And he's going to bring it in. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's open to come away with a touchdown of his own.
And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back to the air one more time. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only does he let the ball go through his hands, he lets 6 points slip away with that drop. I mean, everyone else does their job. The ball's on target.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Saints. They're out there to block most of the time, but Greg, great reward for the fullback to carry it in for the touchdown.
Not every team in the league even carries a fullback, but man, if you have one on your roster, Mike, not many better places to use him than down here on the goal line.
Groupie now, on for the extra point. He's got it. The Saints stretch things out even further.
Saints 45, Falcons 10.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll begin here on the ground. And not a whole lot there, up to about the 25. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. Give him 13 on that screen play and a 1st down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Now Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That hits. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Robinson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. To the outside. Catch made by London. And he's going to have a 1st down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
That's another Falcons.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 8-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a first down. They'll run with Robinson. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Now here's 2nd and goal. They'll throw out of the gun. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up first down. These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
That's to the right side and incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout: too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense. I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there, or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Here's 3rd and 2. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Open man is Parker. He's got him. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Pitts is the man in motion. They'll look to throw again. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll get this to Pitts once more. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's another Falcons.
Back to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And a short pickup down to the 21. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. It is 3rd and 10. This one caught by Parker. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
It's fourth down.
The Falcons sending out the field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Saints offense ready to see what they can do. And it's looking like 4-0 might be in the cards. Looking to finish off a perfect September as they're going to start this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll get to the 40 on a short game. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Another run here for Robinson. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They're running here with Robinson. The Saints will punt this one away. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to be 3rd down. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 30.
50 yards on the play. That's good. Falcons, 1st down.
So this one a win for the visiting Saints. They finish off the first month of the season perfect as the victory runs their mark to 4-0. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.